As I told you yesterday that today's class is on especially sentence pattern. So, we talk about sentence pattern. Sentence pattern is nothing but it is the construction of sentences, or it is the joining of elements of sentence. So, what are the maximum elements and how to join them? What is the sequence of the elements that we use inside a sentence? That is called the sentence pattern. Yeah. So, what is it? Exactly the usage of or ordering of sentence elements in a sentence that follow the rules. That is called your sentence pattern. So, I think you understood. What happens? The ordering of sentence elements. सेंटेन्स रो जो उपादान गुड़िक थाए ताकू जो सीक्वेंस रे आमे ऑर्डर करि थाउ ताकू जो सीक्वेंस रे आमे यूज करि थाउ ताकू जो सीक्वेंस लिखि थाउ ताकू आमे सेंटेंस पैटर्न बोली करी कहू. सो व्हाई दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट? बिकॉज व्हाइल taking, if you will use instead of object, you are using predicate or etc etc, which verb will take or which sentence will carry which type of elements, we must know this. That's why. So if we'll go into deep inside English, several sentences, near about 270 patterns are there, 270 patterns are there, but in this class we'll talk about the top 7 sentence pattern of English. Exactly, top 7 sentence pattern of English. So the first pattern that we use while we speak is the subject plus verb pattern. This is the normal pattern of English. What is it? Subject plus verb. Like you are using in the present simple tense, I go, you eat, he plays, she does her work. Here her work, if you use, it would be your object. Yes or no? So this is the pattern. Simply you can put the subject and you can put the verb. This is the first structure. कौन? Subject सांगरे verb को use कर देले गोटे sentence हमें पाई जाउछु. Simple, so easy. English कहवाटा केते सहज तमे देखो बिले. केवल गोटे माने subject आमे जानिचे I, he, you, it, she, they, Ram, Mr. Panda, Arnav. Yes, these are the names that can be used as subject, and after that if you are putting a verb, if you know some verb, kichi verb tame jani cho, and you are putting those verbs after the subject. That's all. That is your what? Yeah, type 1. What is it? Subject plus verb. The pattern, as I told, look, I play. Mu khele. Mu kon kare? Mu khele. You can say he reads. She padhe. So this is what we call the simple pattern, simple sentence pattern. Yes or no? The first pattern, this is subject plus verb. Okay, let us go to the second pattern. Second pattern is what? You can say the second pattern that we use vividly in English is subject plus verb plus object, SVO. This is the structure, the second pattern that we use. What is it? SVO. Subject, then transitive verb and object. Transitive verb and object. Subject, transitive verb and object. So what happens? I play football. This is your subject, this is your transitive verb, and this is your object. This is the second structure that we normally use, or second pattern that we normally use. What is it? Look at this construction. I play football. You can write he reads book. She bohi padhe. He reads book. Yes or no? You can write even if that I what? Climb tree. मु गछ चढ़े मु पखाड़ खाए आई इट स्टेल राइस मु पखाड़ खाए मु बंसी बजाए आई प्ले फ्लूट yes or no these are the sentence construction so what happens here we have to simply we have to use subject then verb then object so if you are putting this is a right construction of sentence what is it yes subject verb then your object okay let us go to another structure this is structure number 2 okay then structure number 3 subject plus verb plus complement what is it yes subject plus verb plus complement pile ei jaga re ei structure re normally in this structure we use the be verb normally when remember when be verb is your main verb be verb act as main verb the later part what you use after that verb normally consider as your complement so this is the basic funda what is it when you are using the be verb at the main verb whatever things you are putting there after that be verb that is your complement like I am a lecturer look what happens am is your main verb am is your main verb yes or no and a lecturer normally student consider this as object this is not object this is what this is your complement why it is complement the reason is this word without this word the sentence is not complete the sentence is not yet complete that's why this part is called your complement आउ ऑब्जेक्ट विषय मुझे टे क्लारीफाई कर दूसरी जो मैंने बुझी ना ऑब्जेक्ट कहले ऑब्जेक्ट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच और यू कैन से द एलिमेंट ऑफ सेंटेंस दैट if the action doesn't stop with the verb and it carries further if the action doesn't stop with the verb and carries further that is called your object ei grammar upare pile spoken english ro series ta sori jo 12 number दिन हला 18 दिन after 18 days मु तुमको डिटेल्स ग्रामर पढ़ाइबी yes details grammar even if up to ग्रेजुएशन पर्यंत तुम जी व्याकरण दरकार इवन फ्रॉम क्लास 6 माने बेसिक रू आम पढ़ा पूरा अपर लेवल पर्यंत पढ़ा एंड आई विल टीच यू ग्रामर व्हाट इज ग्रामर इज वेरी इजी वेरी सिंपल डोंट वरी सो व्हाट इज इट आई एंड ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब एंड कंप्लीमेंट सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर subject plus verb plus complement structure and I told you already about object then let us go to the next structure what is the next structure subject plus verb plus object plus adjunct what is it subject plus verb plus object plus adjunct पिले adjunct word टा कही देले पिला माने बेरकुटी आई जानते हैं सर adjunct कौन adjunct किछि नहीं adjunct टा very simple preposition phrase is called your adjunct if you are putting a preposition after the object and whatever you are using that is your adjunct simply so simple so easy grammatical concept easy करिबा पे मु अछि I am there don't worry ताले कोन हो पिले जमदी मु लिखिली आई प्ले फुटबॉल इन द फील्ड लुक एट दिस आई प्ले फुटबॉल इन द फील्ड दिस इन द फील्ड इज योर एडजंक्ट दिस इन द फील्ड इज व्हाट दिस इज योर एडजंक्ट एंड दिस इज योर सब्जेक्ट दिस इज योर वर्ब एंड दिस इज योर ऑब्जेक्ट एंड दिस पार्ट इज कंसिडर्ड एज योर एडजंक्ट so subject verb object and adjunct हमर केतरा पैटर्न गला पैटर्न 1 subject plus verb पैटर्न 2 subject plus verb plus object पैटर्न 3 subject plus verb plus complement पैटर्न 4 subject plus verb plus object plus adjunct चारिटा पैटर्न हमें पढ़ी सारिले मु कहितली टॉप 7 पैटर्न विषय कहबी बोली कि यस और नो तापर हमें देखिबा पिले नेक्स्ट पैटर्न टा कोन हबो next pattern is your S B O O this is the pattern next pattern what is it subject plus verb plus object plus object, double object, दुईटा object आम लगे पारिबा. So subject plus verb plus object, object, two objects. When you are using two objects, this is called your SVOO pattern. SVOO pattern. Getting me? So what happens here in this case? How we can write? She gave me a book. She gave me a book. So what happens here? She is your subject, gave is your verb, me is your object, and this is your another object. Always remember object of ଦୁଇ ପ୍ରକାର. Normally ମୁଁ ଏଇଠି जो object normally ନହେଲେ ପାଞ୍ଚ ପ୍ରକାର, 5 types of object they are there. But here I'll tell you about two type of object, direct object and indirect object. ଆଉ କେମିତି identify କରିବା? So simple, so easy. If your object is a non-living thing, that is your direct object, and if your object is a living thing, normally human being, that is your indirect object. So simple. ଆଉ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଲେଖୁଛ ଲେଖିଲା ବେଳେ indirect object first ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବ, direct object ପରେ ବ୍ୟବହାର ହେବ. This is the grammatical fundamental rule. ठीक ଅଛି, ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲେ she gave me a book, subject plus verb plus object plus object. ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ structure को ଯିବାର ପିଲେ ଆମେ পরবর্তী স্ট্রাকচারটা কোন? পরবর্তী স্ট্রাকচার হচ্ছে সাবজেক্ট প্লাস ভার্ব প্লাস অবজেক্ট কমপ্লিমেন্টস, এস ভি ও সি, এস ভি ও সি. কোন? সাবজেক্ট প্লাস ভার্ব প্লাস অবজেক্ট প্লাস কমপ্লিমেন্ট. This is the structure. Subject plus verb plus object plus complement. This is the structure. So what? Did you get my point? Now we suppose we elected him the chairman. We elected him the chairman. Look at the structure. We elected him the chairman. What happens? Subject, verb, object and complement. Did you get my point? Subject plus verb plus object plus complement. केतरा? 1 2 3 4. आम कौन कलु? We elected him the chairman. तांको आमे chairman भावे elect कलु. Did you get my point? We टा हला तमरो subject, elected टा हला तमरो verb, then him टा हला object, and this is your complement. So this is the structure, final structure. शेष structure टा जुआ एटा तमरो थिला 6 नंबर structure. वर्तमान 7 नंबर structure. 7 नंबर structure कोन? SVOCA. SVOCA. S plus V plus O plus C plus A. Subject plus verb plus object plus complement plus adjunct. पूरा total element पड़े है कौन? Subject plus verb plus object plus complement plus adjunct. These are the 5 elements. Remember, if anybody is asking you कि यदि तुमको पचारुची what are the maximum elements used in a sentence, you can say this. So these are the maximum elements in a sentence. Subject plus verb plus object plus complement plus adjunct. एटा होची ए पांचटा होची मैक्सिमम एलिमेंट्स गोटे सेंटेंस रो. ताले एठी कोन लिखबा मो पूरा सेंटेंस टा नौची तम मान पई. सब्जेक्ट सॉरी we elected him the chairman in the election. कहला we elected him the chairman in the election. Look at the sentence. It hela we ta hela subject, elected ta hela verb, elected him ta hela object, the chairman hela tamara kono eta hochi tamara complement, and in the election hela tamara adjunct. mon rahila kon hela we elected him the chairman in the election. So how many elements I've used? I've used all those elements: subject plus verb plus object plus complement plus adjunct. So what happens here? We is the subject, elected is the verb, and this is your him is your object, the chairman is your complement, and this is in the election is your adjunct. So these are the best 7 sentence pattern or top 7 sentence pattern that we normally use while we speak. कहला बेले normally ये सब sentence pattern आवश्यकता हमको पड़ी था. That's why it is part of spoken English. Okay? तो आसंते काली हमें नुआ पाठ रेगुलर डे टू डे कन्वर्सेशन ऊपर को जीवा आसंते काली तो हमें आरंभ करिबा किछि ट्रांसलेशन करिबा ट्रांसलेशन रो ट्रिक 2-4 टा क्लास यस 12 रु 20 आज क्लास नंबर 12 थिला 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 हमर जो रहिला 8टा क्लास ट्रांसलेशन क्लास तापर हमें जीवा यू नो कर्सी रिलेटेड क्लास व्हाटएवर क्लासेस विल बी देयर माने डे टू डे कन्वर्सेशन को कन्वर्ट करिबा टिके क्रिटिकल ट्रांसलेशन बेसिस को जीवा हमें एंड lots of things are there pronunciation ऊपर को टिके जीवा pronunciation technique ऊपर को टिके जीवा spoken contraction अछि बहुत बढ़िया बढ़िया जिंस अछि तो आसंते काली 11:30 रे पुनी थोर देखा हबो so see you there again at 11:30 p.m. tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.